Stop. What? 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 Sedona. Okay. Hammer is up and working. This thing we got. pockets. Wow. Good shot. Was it a good game? I mean, it was. I mean, it's over. I just got 3. Wait. Hell? Like commander. Hey. Second. This must have been a different I don't ever remember having. Maybe. Nice. No, that's. I know. And go. Not look. And go. Paying attention. I don't like that. Kind of sneak. That too, boom. Right at 50. Almost soul. Watch me get top coat. Don't be surprised if I do.
This is more of a review to show you guys exactly what this is, and that a lot of you download mod packs that aren't mine. That's fine. Use whatever mod pack you want that you think is going to be best for you, or no mod pack at all. But if you have a mod pack that uses a modification like this, then you're risking that you're going to be banned because mods like this are not legal. Now, what am I going to be talking about? Well, the feature of this modification and why it's illegal is because it uses the auto-aim system, which is completely normal in modern tanks. What? Look at that. You're telling me that if I right-click my mouse button that I'm cheating? No, at all. But what this modification does is it combines the auto-aim system with World of Tanks with the server-side reticle to also predict movements of your opponents.
What?
And when you're auto-aiming in World of Tanks, it's just fixed directly at the target. So that makes it quite effective in short range when you have more than enough penetration to go through the tank. It can be very handy as well to focus on your movements. Now, what this modification does is it basically adjusts for the movement of the opponent. So if they're driving very fast in one direction, it will auto-aim slightly in front of the target.
That's fucking bullshit.
So i.e. what it does is it gives lead. And so what that means is that players who use these modifications don't even really have to auto-aim onto the target as well. Now I know there are some, I think, modifications out there which enable you to auto-aim at a target without specifically right-clicking on them, which can be quite a tricky aspect. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about are modifications which automatically auto-aim at targets for you and then also give. Now, we're not seeing an example of that here. This could just be the player auto-aiming normally, and somehow there's some kind of bug in the system. The game isn't giving us that audio notification as to when he's auto-aiming onto a tank. But wait later on, you're going to hear some of the auto-aims, I believe, and so then it starts to get a little bit itchy. I'm just going to fast forward through this little bit because nothing happens, and this isn't about the gameplay. Now, that's another really sad thing about this, is that the player goes on to have a result that, frankly, utterly amazing and incredible and worthy of a play highlight on this channel. But he's getting the attention for all wrong reasons, and he's not even getting any attention at all because I'm not going to reveal what the player's name is, and I've made the play private as well and deleted it, so I don't think there's a way that you guys are going to be able to find out. And honestly, don't go looking. This isn't about it being a witch hunt. This is about showing you guys what cheating in World of Tanks looks like. And honestly, I had never seen it before, and I didn't even think it was possible. I thought that, like, oh, you're just joking, saying someone's cheating and whatnot. I didn't think it would actually be beneficial either to the player. And just wait until we see what happens here. Now, what I'm going to do is just completely leave it. So this is how the player plays this game. I'm not going to be moving around, you know, when you left click, decide where to. I'm going to leave it so exactly player is aiming at, so you can get an idea of where the auto-aim assistance is coming into effect, i.e. the aim. So his team haven't done very well, but then again, he has not too much up on top of the hill. He's picked up a couple of kills. When you are a top-tier tank destroyer, like the Marder 3080 in these tier games, be fairly dominant. Player could have auto-aimed that using an auto-aim assistance one, i.e. one that you don't have to click directly on the tank. One thing that's interesting though is that we don't get the voice notification when you auto. So, look at this. This is the dodgy bit. Look how it's giving lead to that tank that he's able to hit. Now it's giving lead to the tank as he's going through the dirt, so unless this is some kind of absolute micro boss who can somehow... Now that's actually impossible, isn't it? There's no way, while he's looking straight ahead, he could possibly be giving lead to the target like that in third person, unless he locked his tracks. Now this is very interesting. While the aiming reticle thinks that he's still aiming over here, actually giving lead at tanks over there and bouncing off them with the dark. Now it auto-aims onto the A20. This is where things start to get really ugly, at least for the enemy team. See that it's giving a slight little bit of on the A20. One thing that you notice as well is that the auto-aim is very spiky, and And that's because what this aimbot does is it uses the server reticule in conjunction with making calculations about where the tanks are moving to be able to auto-aim. So that means vehicles such as this, like the Marder 3080, let's just clarify, he's in a 1 versus 10 situation here. Finishing off that vehicle, on to have a go at the A20, automatically just aiming at whatever needs shooting. Now, of course, this probably wouldn't helping him too much if we were in a high-tier game here. How good would it be to be auto-aiming at the side of an IS-7 from this angle, as an example? Help you at all. But for when you're playing low tiers like this, the fact that this aimbot is aiming at the perfect place on the tank. See, there was him disengaging the auto-aim, so he actually used the auto-aim himself there. So that adds even weight to what the aimbot is doing here. So he sometimes uses aimbot himself, like this. That means, okay, we have them. So that was him using his auto-aiming game by right-clicking on the target. That's fine. All of the other previous cases where he wasn't in close quarters combat, he was using the aimbot, but what he's doing here, he could have just right-clicked on the target, even though he's using the modification that allows you to aim at a target without specifically clicking on them. This could be done legitimately. The bit that was really dodgy was obviously where his auto-aim was giving lead to the target. That's just not possible.
Hell no.
So anyway, he's picked up 11 kills here. He's turned 1 versus 10 to a 1 versus 3.
What?
Make that a 1 versus 2. Now this is the part where I would be saying, oh, how well Dave is doing here. Look how he's done. He's been able to deal with the targets in front of him. He's dealt with the targets coming down from the hill. He's a one-man army. I think the only reason allowing Dave to be able to win this game, unfortunately, though he seems like he's a fairly knowledgeable player, is the aiming assistance he has been granted by this cheating modification that he's using. So he goes over the ridgeline to spot the Stewart in the bush. Sorry for the spoilers. Shuts him down. Notice how he didn't auto-aim at the target there, and you see how without him even auto-aiming, and he even misses that shot. That's a bit embarrassing, isn't it? Even with the auto-aim, gosh, can't manage to kill a stationary Stewart. So did you notice that we didn't get any notification that he actually auto-aimed onto the target there? That's because, he spots the artillery, and you see how he doesn't auto-aim on the target? He's not aiming in first person. This is actually what he's looking at, and the aiming modification is giving lead to the enemy artillery as it whizzes away. Tries to chase it down, unable to do so. So sorry I had to make a cut there because I accidentally revealed the player's name, and I don't want it. So what really upsets me about these modifications is that obviously it's unfair on the enemy team, right? They would have probably been able to win this game if this player hadn't been cheating. I don't see many people get through 1 versus 10s and be contesting 14 kills in this kind of a situation. Now, he would have probably done very well in this replay, but I truly think that without the auto-aiming assistance, he probably would have been able to micro all of those kills as quickly as he did. That's a shame, because all of his achievement is going to be for nothing, right? This isn't a replay where I'm saying, let's take a look at this guy's awesome replay and celebrate his fantastic performance. It's let's look at the cheats he's using as an example to see how to be a scumbag. Right? So there are other reasons why I don't like this. That's because if there are truly unfair advantage modifications like this that come out, then Wargaming might just blanket ban all modifications. I don't know about you, but I quite like the damage log at the bottom. I like knowing what kind of shell hit me, because I think that is beneficial for knowing if the armor failed because I maybe got a little unlucky and they got a high penetration roll.
Learn your tanks.
Or alternatively, if they're firing APCR rounds at me, or if they're firing heat and I didn't hear it, then I know that maybe I'm not using my armor effectively. Or then we might see that you no longer use the damage log in the top left-hand corner, which can be very nice to see if you're getting close to that ace tank, or if alternatively, trying to hunt down some of those marks of excellence on your vehicles, or just hit general damage goals. So there might be a blanket ban on all modifications. What annoys me more is that if modifications like this become more and more popular, or at least the team becomes more aware of them, which I understand is a bit ironic that I'm making a video on it, but I really felt it necessary, and the community community becomes more aware of these, and they might start accusing players more and more of using such modifications. It's just general negativity, right? So I really to that. And remember that because it's an automatic banning system in World of Tanks with reports, that's not good either. Because what happens if the enemy team encourages their team to ban you, as an example? Didn't even auto-aim at the target, he wasn't even looking at him. The aimbot aimed at him for him on all modifications. What annoys me more is that if modifications like this become more and more popular, or at least the community becomes more aware of them, which I understand is a
Don't
bit
fucking
moronic
cheat
that I'm
or
making
I'll
this video
kill
on it,
you.
but I really
I'll
felt it
ban
necessary.
your ass
And the
myself.
community becomes more aware of these, and they might start accusing players more and more of using such modifications. It's just general negativity, right? So I really don't look forward to that. And remember that because it's an automatic banning system in World of Tanks with reports, that's not good either. Because what happens if the enemy team encourages their team to ban you, as an example? Didn't even auto-aim at the target, he wasn't even looking at him. The aimbot aimed at him. Vicious tank off, securing his 14th kill. Horrible scumbag cheatery. Hey, now there's one thing about this situation that makes me really sad, and that is that I don't think the player even realizes that the modification that he was using cheating in World of Tanks and is also a bannable offense. I genuinely think that he innocently used this modification thinking it was along the same lines of XVM, and that World of Tanks allows XVM, right? It's perfectly legitimate to use aimbot in World of Tanks. And the reason for that is that the message that he sent with this is that he presented it as an awesome Rosena Heroes medal play like I just featured the other day on this channel. And I expect the player doesn't even realize that if somebody sent this replay into war, it's likely that account would be banned and all its progress blocked forever. And that's another reason why I'm making this video, that if any of you are in this situation using an aimbot and you didn't know better, do yourself a favor and go and delete your response folder as quickly as possible, or you'll risk it forever. So just before we take a look at the post-game stats, let's check out the real genius part of this replay once again. Okay, so now for the real dodgy part of the replay, I'm going to slow it down to speed. So while the player is looking directly ahead, we can see that it looks like he's auto-aimed at the target without a notification. It's giving... This is the part that is dodgy. I'm just going to take control of the camera now. See that auto-aim is giving to the target. That is impossible in World of Tanks without using an aimbot. And that is the problem here. What that basically does is it enables players that don't have the skill to be able to lead a target, which is often quite tricky shots to pull off. Even the best of players will miss maybe half the time. But the aimbot compensates for his lack of skill and aims for him. An obvious advantage. So the player secured 14 kills this game, putting him the hardest medal to get in the World of Tanks, the Rosena Heroes medal. He also got a Nadine's medal, a high caliber, and the one that everyone won. It's the column battles, standing alone against at least 5 opponents, in this case 10. Now I brought up a lot in this replay, I really want to just summarize some of the key points. 1, this modification is illegal. I have confirmed, at least with Wargaming, that if you use this, you are risking your account being banned. Secondly, because Wargaming's modification policy is not exactly crystal clear, I think there are many players, such as we've seen in this replay, using these modifications thinking they're completely legitimate. Probably surprised if they get themselves banned. Thirdly, modifications like this do give you a definite advantage, and this effectively demeans the effort that you lovely ladies and gentlemen are putting into the game. I get so many messages from players saying, oh, thanks to your videos, I've managed to practice better, and my win percentage has gone up. But what's the point in practicing, learning shell velocities, and playing thousands of games, learning how to hit targets if you can just download a modification that's going to do it? Which brings me on to my final point. Look, no one's cheating in World of Tanks. I hate it when I constantly see, oh, cheating this, cheating that in the chat. It's so boring and detracts from the overall awesome experience that you get. And so I hope that all of you take a harsh stance on players that use these kind of modifications and develop their detection systems to track down cheaters and take them out of the World of Tanks community, while at the same time educate players about what is right and what is wrong, which was really one of the key goals to this video. Now if you enjoyed it, please consider leaving a like down below and helps the channel out, and boy am I expecting there to be some interesting comments for me to read tonight. And also just a heads up, tomorrow is April Fool's Day. No joke, I'm going to be releasing loads of videos over this weekend, so stay tuned to channel. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Epic, and hopefully I'll see you soon.
Wow, that's a trip. Can't believe you can cheat an aimbot in this fucking game. Not even want to play. Spend thousands of dollars on this game. Now I'm live streaming it to you. Ah, man. Trip. Hope Wargaming figures out a way to prevent this. They need to get rid of auto aim. I mean, I do use it on occasion, but I'm willing to give it up. What? Hey dogs, what? What? Go lay down. Okay. We got here. Tier 2, Tier 3. Focused. One of my most favorite. Actually, I think it was my first gold vehicle. My favorite first gold vehicle.
Move out!
Backfired in my face. My best friend just logged off. So he ain't gonna platoon with me. Enthusiastic. Got a lot of them.
Let's get this show on the road.
to roll out. We didn't penetrate their armor. We didn't even scratch them. We didn't penetrate their armor. One of our tracks is damaged. They killed our driver. We're covering his position, but not very well. We didn't penetrate their armor. We're done for. Everyone get out.
Good up. Oh, I don't want.
Let's get this show on the road.
First time I killed one of my teammates. And good lord. Aim 2. Compensation for damage. Oh, only 300. In 4th place. Looked ass. Yeah. I have 100 of them now. Fired, so maybe taking a nap or Yalton. Take a break.